Greetings and salutations. Hope you all doing well. In this episode of whatever this channel is, I'm going to talk to you about Bitcoin's Sweet 16 Uptober surprise. Now, if you know the history of Bitcoin, you'll know that Satoshi Nakamoto published the white paper on either October 31st, 2008 or November 1st, 2008, depending on where he published it, like what time zone he, she, it, or they published it, right? Meaning, if Satoshi was in Australia, then it would have been a very different time zone. It could have easily been November. It would have been November 1st, rather than if Satoshi was in the United States, where it was still October 31st, or if it was in Europe, et cetera, et cetera. So, depending on where Satoshi was, it was either published October 31st of 2008 or November 1st of 2008. For the sake of this video, we'll just say that it was October 31st that it was published or distributed in to people who were still on October 31st, right? And of course, those who first saw it on November 1st, well, that's when they saw it. But anyway, for the point of this video, what is the Bitcoin Sweet 16 Uptober surprise? Well, first of all, this October 31st / November 1st will be 16 years. So, yay, happy Sweet 16 birthday, Bitcoin, coming up in about 5 days from now. Because it's still Sunday here, at least anyway. And yeah, so on Thursday, it'll be the 31st. Friday, it'll be the 1st. So 16 years of Bitcoin, kind of amazing. And what does that have to do with the Uptober surprise? And what is the Uptober surprise? Well, in the world of politics, especially political elections in the United States, there's a thing called the October surprise. And the October surprise is when something happens in the political arena that sort of catches everyone off guard, throws a monkey wrench into the wheel, into the gear, and kind of changes up the entire dynamic of the political race. The unexpected suddenly changes things, and the expected suddenly becomes a lot less evident. And what is the current expected? Well, the current expected is that, in the world of politics in the United States, there's going to be an election on November 5th. And the two leading candidates, who are former President Donald Trump and the current Vice President Kamala Harris, are going to be the leading candidates into Election Day. And by the end of it, when the votes are tallied, counted at some point, then the next president-elect will be known. And it will either be her or him, with all the probabilities the way they are at the moment. That's the current expected. The unexpected, the October surprise, if you will, are not so relevant maybe this time around as they are in elections past. Part of that is because social media makes everybody so connected to information that people are getting news streams and political updates constantly on their devices, and their emails, and their web pages they browse, wherever they are. They're constantly being hammered by news, politics, messages from their friends, whatever it might be. So the chances of having a really big October surprise, as it used to be in times past, when people got most of their information about politics on things like the nightly news on television, or in the newspaper or on the radio, on their way to work or on their way from work. Those days are long gone. Like, yeah, people still, some people watch the nightly news, some people watch cable television news on cable, some people still read the newspaper, some people still listen to radio. In fact, if you add it all up, it's a lot of people that do a lot of those things. But far, far, far more people will get their information online, even from those same sources. Yeah, like they watch Fox or CNN, or they read the New York Times or any of these major media. They consume, even the fringe media like Newsmax or OAN or whatever, and the similar ones, if there are any on the left that are like that, whatever, MSNBC or whatever. Although I wouldn't compare that, but the people consume most of their content online in one way or another. Let's just say here. Okay. Telker? I don't know what you're saying there, but okay. Okay. Yahoo.telker or whatever. So, what is the Uptober surprise? Well, for Bitcoin, the Uptober surprise is that so far this month in October, we have not seen a massive price spike the way that a lot of voodoo TA analysts, and YouTube Jimmies, and financial analysts, and market analysts, and other silly people in the peanut gallery have been promising. Because the VEPs didn't say that it would happen. And in fact, back in September, I've been telling you there was a very high probability that it wouldn't happen. And that if we saw any kind of movement to the upside, it'd probably be sometime after the first 10 to 14 days of the month. Well, what happened? Like on the 12th of the month or the 11th of the month, right? It finished dumping and then started to move back up. And then it hit, whatever it hit last week, and started to come back down a bit on Monday, right? Had a significant move to the downside. Relatively significant, a couple grand, not a big deal, a few percent. And then it moved back up a little bit and came back down, and it's sort of flat now because we're in the weekend right now. And on a big picture, it looks a little flat. It's not flat at all if you look at the low time frames. But the point is, we have not seen the big price spike that so many people were expecting. Hello. I see your message. And the reason that it's foolish to expect some kind of a massive price movement on a high time frame based on high time frame analysis is because that's not how it works, right? The VEPS shows the information, it's leading information for every time frame, from the very lowest to the very highest. And guess where the changes happen first? They happen on the low time frames. And if you look at the weekly or the daily or anything lower than that, you can see that the asset was not indicating a significant explosion to the upside over the last few weeks. And so we have not seen it. So I don't know why anybody's expecting that to happen. From me, my point of view, the Uptober surprise, if you will, is that the probabilities, now it will of course depend on what we see in this new weekly print that's printing in some hours from now. But in about 13 hours and some minutes, we'll see the new weekly print. But in the meantime, the VEPs are showing that we're going to see more nice moves on intraday timeframes. And it'll be great for trading low timeframe scalps. And it'll be great to avoid trying to make low timeframe decisions based on high timeframe analysis that are completely irrelevant to low timeframe scalps or low timeframe trades of anything under a day or whatever, or even a week. So that's going to do it for now. If you want to learn how to trade, check out Alpha Trading. Our Discord is alphatradinghq.com/discord. Again, that's alphatradinghq.com/discord. And you can go there, and you can, once you're in the Discord, you can request free access to the Volatility Starter Kit to get hooked up with all the tools you need to learn how to actually trade volatility, probability, and statistics. And you get all the information you need, all the educational material you need, access to the chat with the server, access to the servers with the chat, with the people who are actually trading the VEPs daily, and you can join the live stream. And those are Monday through Friday, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Time in the U.S. And yeah, that's going to do for now. So enjoy your happy Sweet 16 Bitcoin week, and I hope you have happy trading. And may the Uptober surprise, whatever it might be, whether it ends up, down, or sideways, be in your favor. All right, cheers, happy trading. See you in the next video.